Hey everyone, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. So today I'm quitting my job. It's a little nerve-wracking, but I've wanted to do it for a while now. I actually tried to do it like 6 months ago, but I was a little too scared. But now savings are good. I have a plan. So I'm gonna quit my job. I have my meeting with my boss. I'm a little bit nervous, but it's gonna be okay. I have my notice of resignation ready to go. So yeah, let's quit our job today. Hello. Hi. How are you? It was a little awkward, but I did it. Hey everyone, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. I'm Bacola and I'm currently unemployed. Anyways, as you can see from my last video, I put in my 2 weeks notice. I quit my job at Google, and y'all, it was a very, very difficult decision to make. I felt like I was between a rock and a hard place. Like, on one end, I had a great job, great pay, great coworkers, great manager, could work remotely, even work remotely abroad. Not often, but whenever I got my manager's approval. Literally nothing wrong with the job, right? But on the other hand, I was getting really burnt out. Like, you guys know I had a tough 2020, lost a family member, and 2021, 2022 were super difficult because I was really working 2 jobs. Like, I had my YouTube channel that I was dedicating 20 to 40 hours a week on, and then my day job, which is also like 40 hours a week as well. So I was putting a lot of energy into content creation, into my current job, and it was burning me out. And also with my day job, I felt like I wasn't really gaining the skill set that I wanted to gain. So as you can see, it was really difficult. And for 6 months, I went back and forth. Should I quit? Should I not quit? Like, what should I do? I truly was confused. And I will say now I'm still confused, but I was truly confused. Should I quit Google? Should I quit YouTube? Should I quit Google and YouTube and take a break? What should I do? I had no idea. After a lot of reflection, I decided I'm just gonna quit Google. And obviously it's not an easy decision to make. I'm someone who doesn't like uncertainty. I hate taking risks, hate taking paths that are not clear cut, as you guys can probably tell. Not a risk taker at all, to be honest. But you know what? Life is short. It's okay to take a break. It's okay to take a risk. So I'm taking this time off. It's gonna be about 6 months to a year. I will be creating content, but I'm taking it more as a sabbatical year for myself to just, you know, focus on my wellness, do some content creation, and figure out what I want to do as my next step. And even though it's a scary decision to make, you know, life is short. You know, you got to take some risks in life. You got to take time to rest too. So yeah, basically I feel like ultimately it's definitely the right decision, but I just want to tell you guys, I hope this is not tone deaf with what is happening in the industry, and I'll let you know after 6 months, like what eventually I decide to do, if I decide to go back to a job or if I decide to just do content creation full time. I really still want to somehow infuse my just really gain in my technical skills. I'm planning to do so many different things. Sorry, this sounds pretty rambly, but I'm planning to do so many things during my time off. Planning to travel, planning to maybe even take some college classes, obviously do content creation, rest a lot, which I really need. And yeah, that's kind of like a summary of everything I'm planning to do. But it is definitely a difficult decision, especially now with the market being very tumultuous. It's a very difficult decision to leave your job, but yeah, I decided to do it. So let's go back into the office and wrap up my last 3 days of work and my last final days at Google. So it's officially my last week at Google. For the past couple weeks, I've been visiting other coworkers, networking with people, connecting with people before I left. And for these next 3 days, I'm gonna be basically exploring the different offices. Starting first with the Hudson Yards office. I've never been to this office before. I think it's where mostly marketing people sit. And they have 3 different cafes there, so we're gonna go and check it out for the first time. So let's head into the office. For my last few days, I literally had one goal. Outside of doing tasks to exit the company, my goal was to visit every cafe Google had to offer, and currently Google has over 15 cafes. Let's see if we can visit them all. I started first at this lunch spot, which is very French inspired. I love the decor. It's a French style cafe with a lot of bread. If you know me, I love bread. It had a lot of cute French desserts, and I ended up getting the salmon, and it was really good. The next cafe I went to was in the same building and it was even bigger. There were different stations with different themes. I ended up skipping most of the stations because there weren't that many dairy-free options here, and I went with the vegan paella, which was really good. Okay, that was really good food. Now we're gonna go up to 345. This is also another sales marketing building and it has 2 cafes. The cool thing about this place is that they actually have like African food. So they have jollof rice, injera, and all those things. So the next place I went to had a more Japanese restaurant vibe with beautiful sushi spread and a juice bar too. Because it was Black History Month, a lot of the cafes were having Black American food, African food, and just food across the diaspora. So I actually had to stop here because it had jollof rice, and you know, as a Nigerian jollof connoisseur, I needed to see if this was actually good jollof, right? And it was good, but it wasn't really jollof. Final cafe I went to today was an Irish bar themed cafe. They were serving Ethiopian food, which I'm not an expert in, but I love some injera, some sambusa. They didn't have sambusa, but they did have injera. And you know, this wasn't authentic injera. It didn't have the tartness that injera has. It was more of a pancake flavor, but it was pretty good still. So it's about the end of the day. It's 4:30, so I'm going to be heading home. This has been a really great day. I got to visit this totally new area that I've never been to, which were the 2 Hudson Street Google offices. It wasn't Hudson Yards. I was totally confused. It's Hudson Street. So I got to visit 2 of those Hudson Street buildings. And yeah, it was really cool. I went to like 4 different cafes, as you guys saw. I'm tired. I'm not eating dinner. I'm exhausted and I'm ready to go home. But honestly, going into the office really makes me enjoy Google even more. Like, it's making me regret the fact that I decided to quit, honestly, which I gotta just stand by my decision, honestly. It was really nice to visit the office. One of my biggest regrets, though, now that I'm about to leave, is that I didn't spend more time connecting with other Googlers because a lot of my time was spent working remotely. I really wish I took the time to meet people and to make friends. I don't know, I was super stressed out my time here and I was a little burnt out, but I really wish I invested more in getting to know people and just grabbing lunch with strangers and just being more social, honestly. I feel like I'm leaving with not as many connections as I wanted to make, but it's okay, you know, I'm learning this for my next role. I truly feel like I've been so lucky to have worked here. This has been the best place I've ever worked, and I truly feel like it has some of the best people ever, so I'm really grateful that I got to work here. Anyways, let's go home. It's been a busy day. We'll be back here on Thursday and also on Friday. Before I left, I had to check out the view. I love this. This is the 14th floor. Literally the entire length of the building is a beautiful terrace where you get amazing views of downtown Manhattan. You get amazing views of Jersey City even. Like, truly outstanding. And it's 62 degrees in February. Love this. Okay, let's continue doing some work, and I'm gonna go to 2 different lunchrooms in the next 15 minutes. So it's the end of the day and I'm gonna actually be going to something called TGIF. So Thursdays, Google does these like late night dinners for people to connect and hang out at 4 different cafes, but regularly they only have dinner in one cafe in the entire office. So we're gonna go down, we're gonna get some dinner, then we're gonna head home. But this is my last dinner at Google. I'm getting all the feels and you know, it's been a great almost 2.5 years. I feel like I'm ready to be leaving, but it's been a really great time. Just coming into the office and eating food, I'm like, I just wish this is what I was doing and not working. Anyways, let's go. We're sending the last email today. Let's do it. Send. I don't know why sending this email makes it feel more real, but I gotta go. Look who came to visit me. Do you want to wait for the camera?
I love the free water.
So this is my favorite cafe of all the cafes. It has Indian food, a barbecue station, and Asian food too. And also it has like a Middle Eastern station with like baba ganoush, hummus, and all these other things. So I really like this place. It's one of my favorites. So let's get lunch on my last day. This is one of the stations at Anagrams and it's a whole like barbecue station. We have green beans, we have collard greens, we have, I don't know what that is, but we have ribs too. Like it's insane. It's so crazy. And that's it. I think leaving a job is always an emotional moment because it symbolizes an end of a chapter in life. When I started my journey to becoming a software engineer, I actually had Google as a goal place I wanted to work at during my career, and it was my dream company. So when I applied a few years back and I was rejected, I was devastated. I didn't even make it past the first round phone screen, even though I dedicated months of studying and sacrificed my social life. From that experience, I learned not to have a dream company and to keep myself open, and also to invest way more in my hobbies and my social life, which led me to creating my YouTube channel. In the weirdest twist of fate, almost 1 year after being rejected from Google, my YouTube channel actually led me to getting my job at Google in a role I hadn't even heard of prior to doing the interview. There were ways this was a dream job and other ways where it was just a job, but I'm grateful for the 2.5 years I worked here and I'm excited to see what life has in store for me. Anyways, thanks for joining me on my journey and I'll see you in the next video.